Let me ask you a question. What would you do if you had checkpoints in another world? RE0 or ReZero, Starting Life in Another World, is not just a fantasy anime about time loops and reincarnation. It's a psychological horror that explores the very essence of madness, despair, and the relentless human spirit in the face of overwhelming odds. But what makes it truly insane? In this video, we'll break down the layers of insanity embedded within the series, examining its key moments and characters, and driving into the true meaning of madness. Start with the most fundamental question: what is insanity? Insanity is often described as a state of mind that is detached from reality, where the individual's perception, thoughts, and emotions are no longer alienated with the world around them. In a cynical sense, it's a disorder, whether it's a psychosis, dissociation, or delusion. But in the context of storytelling, insanity often refers to the character's struggle with the emotional and physiological toll on their environment. In RE0, Subaru Natsuki's journey into madness is both physical and psychological, but what sets the series apart is that it's not just one man's descent, it's a shared madness that envelops everyone around him. From the moment Subaru is transported to this world, we're thrown into a brutal cycle of death. He quickly learns that when he dies, he is sent back in time, but with all his memories intact. And it's here in the deepest, darkest moments of despair where insanity begins to take root. Imagine waking up only to realize that everything you worked for, every victory you've achieved, can be erased in an instant. This is Subaru's reality. And what makes his plight even more maddening is that there's no way to stop it. Each death doesn't just take a toll on his body, it chips away at his psyche. One of the most striking moments comes in episode 18, where Subaru breaks down after being trapped in a loop of unbearable pain and suffering. He begs for the curse of the loops to end. Here we see Subaru's mind unravel, a man trying to reconcile with the grief and guilt of his own survival. His insanity isn't about losing touch with reality, it's about the unbearable weight of knowing his loved ones will die over and over and over again. And for Subaru, death isn't just an event, it's a constant companion that forces him to relive his worst nightmares. Another key moment comes with Rem's confession. Subaru, already broken by countless deaths, is confronted by Rem's unwavering love, only for her to be taken away in the most brutal manner possible. Watching someone he cares about die in such a cruel way compounds his madness. Each loss deeper, each emotional scar harder to heal, and the line between what's real and what's an illusion begins to blur. Subaru's inner Subaru's inner to- Oh my gosh. Subaru's inner turmoil is a reflection of the chaos this world throws at him. Subaru isn't the only character touched by madness. The entire world of RE0 is steeped in a sense of insanity. The witches, like Satella, the Witch of Envy, are embodiments of insanity itself. Satella's obsession with Subaru, her jealousy, her love twisted into something unrecognizable, drives her to madness. Her very existence is a reflection of the destructive nature of obsession and uncontrollable emotions. And what about Roswell, the ever smiling and enigmatic lord who harbors a secret insanity that guides his every action? Though his willingness to sacrifice everyone around him for his own twisted goals, his endless manipulation, pushes him to the brink of madness. But it's not even about control, it's about losing all sense of humanity in the pursuit of what he believes is a greater cause. But what makes RE0 so unique is that despite the overwhelming chaos and insanity, it's not the end that defines Subaru's journey, it's his will to keep going. In the face of despair, Subaru refuses to surrender to the madness. Even though he's broken, scarred, and deeply affected by the insanity around him, he continues. And that's what's truly fascinating, the duality of madness and strength. ReZero teaches us that insanity isn't just something that happens to a character, it's something that's experienced, battled, and ultimately shaped. The show doesn't glorify madness, but rather presents it as an inevitable part of a human condition when faced with endless suffering. RE0 is a unique exploration of madness in all of its forms: psychological, emotional, physiological. This show reveals how reality can break down under pressure, how the human mind can wrap under constant duress, and how we're all haunted by our own inner demons. Subaru's journey through chaotic and insane is a testament to the human spirit's resilience. In the end, ReZero is not just about survival, it's about learning how to exist in a world where nothing is certain and everything seems impossible. So let me ask you again, what would you do if you had checkpoints in another world? And that's exactly what ReZero, starting life in another world, is all about.